Hello everybody. Thanks for joining me. I am jumping on live to show you this adorable card today. I'm checking to see if I'm online. It looks like I'm live. There we go. So, yep, I'm live. If you're watching, then say hello. If you're watching on the replay, then just comment replay. Let me know what you think about this card. It is definitely really cute and fun and summery. It's like perfect right now. It's hot outside. It's just kind of appropriate. So it looks like I am all set. I can see that I'm online. I'm good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I was going to do this yesterday. I just had a slight headache because, like I said, it's really hot in Florida. And I played tennis and came back and I think I was a little dehydrated. So I had a slight headache. So I postponed it to today. So what I wanted to show you, this is the first time I'll be showing you this new bundle that's available online. It's called Splash and Relax. And it's really cute. And it has coordinating dies as well. The dies are a lot of fun. I haven't even played with them all yet because you could do hats. This is like a coffee cup or a milkshake or whatever you want to call it. But we're going to do some flip-flops and some sunglasses. And so I'm going to show you how fun and cute that is. So that is just called Splash and Relax. And it's a fun bundle that you can see in our online exclusives. I'm going to set that out of the way. And then the card that we're going to make, this designer paper, is actually from our Waterside Retreat 12x12 designer paper. This is the one that I did a card kit for. It was called Relaxing Waterside is the name of the card kit. And if you purchased the card kit, you got half of a package of this designer paper to go with your card kit. I still have one available, so if you're interested, comment and I'll get you some information on that when I have one ready to go in the mail at any moment. So let me just go ahead and jump in and show you. These are the colors we're going to use today. Granny Apple Green, Azure Afternoon, Strawberry Slush. And let's see, try to make sure I got everything in the camera view here. Get out some scrap paper. I need some scrap white paper, white cardstock to do all of my stamping on. And I'm also going to need some scratch paper on the side because I'll be doing some stamping off on some of the colors. So let's see, it looks like we're all set in the camera view. Okay, just making sure I got everything in the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Again, if you're watching, make sure you say hi. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll start by making this first life preserver. And we're using the Azure Afternoon. And so for that, we have, for this one, we've got two different stamps that we're going to use. We've got this, the actual whole life preserver and then the one with the detail. And here's what I found. I found it was much easier to start with this piece first. So we're going to go ahead and ink that up. And we want full ink on this, but I do want to just test it. I always like to test it first. So we're going to just put that on our white cardstock. Then we're going to come in with the actual whole ring. And for this one, we want to stamp it off because we want the lighter color. And then, because we did the other image first, it's so easy to line this up. Now, when I did the first card that I made, I did it the other way, and I realized that this was the easier way. So we just need one of those, but I need these stamps again. So off camera, I'm just giving the stamps a good clean so that I can use them again. So our next color we're going to use then is going to be the Granny Apple Green. And for this one, we're using the same two, but we're also going to add in this little detail piece as well. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with this stamp. And we're doing full ink Granny Apple Green. I guess I still had a little blue on there. Oops. And then we're going to do the same thing we did with the blue. We're going to ink this up, stamp it off so we get a lighter color, and then we'll just line it up. And we're going to do it again since we have two of these. We're done with those. And then while we have the green out, for one of the life jackets, we need the little handles, not life jackets, life preservers. And that's what this little stamp is. It's just the little handles. So we're gonna just stamp a couple of those in Granny Apple Green. And then we're gonna use this other detailed with the little lines. Granny Apple Green, full ink. This goes in the other section. Sometimes it's hard to do this precise stamping only because I'm trying to look down, but I have the camera literally right, my phone is right in my face. So I'm trying to look in between my phone and the mount so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put that ink away because we're done with that. And then we're going to do the beach balls. And for this one, there's actually two stamps for the beach balls. So you can use both of them. So if I wanted to make this like a yellow beach ball, I could use this for the solid part and then this for the detail. We're actually going to just do a white beach ball. So we only need this stamp. And we're just going to ink that up. And it doesn't really matter as long as you give yourself enough space. It doesn't really matter where you put it. So one last piece of stamping. And then we'll be ready to do some die cutting. So now I'm going to take my Hello Sunshine stamp. I'm going to get that nice and inked. And I'm going to stamp it down here in the bottom corner. Just making sure you can see what I'm doing still. Of this. Because we're going to do a little fussy cutting on this. But I want that straight edge on the bottom. So let me get out some scissors and we'll start with the fussy cutting. And we're gonna start by just actually doing that. So for this, I'm actually gonna just come around the hello. Sorry, I'm focused here, so I'm not really chatting. I just like to leave a little extra. I don't have to get down in every little like section. And we're just basically cutting around the top part of the hello, and then the rest we're just going to go straight down. And then on this side, the right side of the hello, we're going to go straight up. Just give that a little curve though. So super simple fussy cutting. You could come in and you could cut around this as well, and that would be totally fun. Alright, now we have all of our pieces here that we need to do some die cutting. And so this piece, this die, is what cuts out the life preserver, and I'm gonna get some of my washi tape, and I just want to line it up. And we have a circle die. This is for the beach ball, but you could use this for circles for words. Actually, it would really, so there's Fun in the Sun is one of the stamps that's in here. It would totally work with that. It would work with the thank you. And it would probably work, yep, it would work with the relax and enjoy. So that's kind of fun. You can use it for more than just the beach ball, and it'll just give it a nice edge to it. So for the beach ball, we're gonna just lay that on here. And because we did it on white, we're just gonna get a white beach ball with the red design inside of it. Oh, and then there's this little die here for the handles. And if I really wanted to take a little extra time, I could have used our new stamp positioner set, and I could have actually put it on there and figured out how to do it so I can cut both at the same time. But honestly, I have to run this through more than once anyways, so it's not like a big deal to just do one at a time. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna run that through, and then we're gonna run it through. We're gonna cut out all of these pieces using these dies, but just for the sake of today, I've actually already done that. So I've got them cut out. Here are all of those pieces. And so I have this little strip of Azure Afternoon that I just actually want to come in and do a banner edge. So I'm just going to come in and trim the edges to create the little banner. It's like one of my favorite ways to just change a piece of cardstock, make it, I don't know, makes it a little more fun. I need to assemble one of these life preservers with the handles, and these little pieces, they're little, and so here's what I found to be the best way. Oh, look, I didn't stamp the well, here, let me go ahead and finish the stamping first before I finish assembling, because apparently I got ahead of myself. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off that other piece that goes in here, and obviously you don't need them, but because I want it to look like my sample, I'm gonna just do it real quick. All right, now that's ready. Now to put the little handles on the life preserver, this is the way that I found it to be easiest. And that was, I just decided, well, where do I want them? I want it like here and here. So I turn this over. I'm gonna use our Stampin' Seal. I'm just gonna put some on the edge, and I'm doing this on my silicone mat so that I don't get sticky on my table. And then we'll just put the handle and because my adhesive's back there, there we go, just like that. I like using my silicone mat when I'm dealing with adhesive in small pieces. So we've got a piece of thick white cardstock that we've cut in half, scored in half, so that it'll be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're gonna go ahead and use our bone folder. Give it a good crease. We're going to take a piece of our designer paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4 from the Waterside Retreat. We're going to add our 5 dots of glue. Isn't it cute, the fish on the other side? And make sure we feel like the waves are in the right direction. For the hello, this little banner piece just sticks out from behind here. So I'm actually going to get out my silicone mat one more time and just add some Stampin' Seal to it so that I can then just place this on top of there. And now that is attached. Okay. And I'll keep the foam mat here just so it's easier to see what I'm doing. I'm going to get out some dimensionals because I use dimensionals on a lot of this. Oh, shoot. As you can see, a couple of these life preservers, I need to cut off a little edge. So I just need to do that real quick. And there's no right or wrong. You're just trimming off a little bit. Okay. And you don't have to do that. You can make them fully sit on your card if you wanted to. So I'm going to turn all these pieces over because they're all getting dimensionals. So the whole card is going to have dimension. We're going to just come in. Dimensionals are one of my favorite embellishments to use on my cards. They're just fun. I like that it just pops it off the page. I go through a lot of dimensionals actually. Okay, so what I like to do before I start gluing anything down is I like to kind of rough place where everything goes. This gives me just a little bit of time to move things around, decide where I want things for sure. See, that allows me to go, yeah, I want that over a little bit more. I want this over a little bit more. And then we can start taking the backing off our dimensionals and adhering them to the card. So we'll just start. And I always like to give you little tricks as I go. I've told you before, if you have trouble getting the backing off of here, you can take your nail and push your finger and push your nail into it, and it automatically lifts it up. Makes it super simple to get it off of there. You can also use your pick tool or your scissors to get it off. I use dimensionals all the time, so I really don't have a problem getting them off, getting the backing off. But sometimes they can be a little tricky. I just realized I had my TV on in the background. I don't think it's loud, but I wonder if you could hear it. If you could hear it, bonus points if you could tell me what I was watching. And it wasn't tennis. Shocking. We're going to put this right here. Tennis is usually a good guess of what I'm watching, but they were just showing a lot of the guys' matches today, and I don't love watching the guys' matches as much as I like watching the women when they play. So I decided that I wasn't going to watch. Then we just have some embellishments to add, and we are using, these are new, they're called shimmering dots. They're probably one of my favorites that are part of the new catalog launch. And we're going to use the blue. And we're going to use quite a bit because it just needs some embellishments. So we're going to use a large one, we're going to use a small one, and then I used a small one right here. Then we're going to come in with another large one and one more small one. Oh no, there's a couple more small ones. We're going to put a small one over here and a small one over here. And there you have it, the finished card. This bundle is really, really cute. And I'm going to keep playing with it because I have not made the hat yet. I haven't made the coffee cup or milkshake or whatever you want to make it. I have made the flip-flops and the sunglasses on a different card I'm going to show you, which maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. And they're fun. They're a lot of fun. The flip-flops are really a lot of fun. So I'll keep showing you some card samples using this bundle because it's just really fun. So I hope you enjoyed and hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.